The film opens with Arputam, a man who has survived a devastating tsunami. He believes his survival is nothing short of a miracle and sees it as a divine sign. Driven by this, he becomes deeply religious, devoting his life to spreading the word of God. Arputam establishes a small church in his community, where he preaches about faith and redemption. However, his intense devotion causes a divide in his family. His wife feels distanced by his obsession with faith, and his teenage son questions his father's beliefs, unable to understand the sudden transformation. Arputam's story in this scene sets the tone for a journey of faith and its consequences, hinting at the strain his beliefs might put on his relationships. We meet Vaembu, a young wife who is hiding a dangerous secret. She's recently reconnected with an ex-lover, and during a secret meeting in her bedroom, tragedy strikes. Her ex-lover unexpectedly dies. Panicked and unsure of what to do, Vaembu decides to hide the body. When her husband, Mugil, comes home, she's forced to reveal the shocking truth. Rather than turn against her, Mugil surprisingly decides to help her cover up the situation. The couple awkwardly navigates the tension between them, juggling the complex emotions of betrayal, guilt, and fear, all while trying to avoid getting caught. This scene highlights how desperation can push people into moral dilemmas, and hints at the strains the secret will put on their marriage. We are introduced to Shilpa, formerly known as Manikam, who has returned home after a long absence. Shilpa has undergone a significant transformation, now embracing her identity as a transgender woman. She faces a tense reunion with her wife, who is shocked and confused by the changes in her husband. Shilpa's young son, Rasukutty, is initially unaware of who Shilpa really is and innocently asks questions, curious about her appearance. Shilpa must navigate these raw emotions and reactions from her family, while trying to bond with Rasukutty. This scene highlights the challenges of acceptance and self-identity in a conservative society, as Shilpa bravely tries to reconnect with her family and find a place in their lives. We shift focus to a group of mischievous young boys. They gather at one of their homes and, fueled by curiosity, watch an adult film they've managed to get their hands on. As they watch, they accidentally break the TV, causing instant panic. The boys scramble, trying to come up with a plan to fix the TV before their parents find out. Their attempts to repair it are both clumsy and hilarious, capturing the innocence and recklessness of youth. This storyline adds a humorous contrast to the heavier themes in the movie, showing the boys' antics as they navigate guilt and fear of getting caught. As Vaembu and Mugil try to rid themselves of the body, they find themselves in one chaotic situation after another. They decide to take the body to an abandoned area to dispose of it, but nothing goes as planned. Every step they take seems to go wrong, leading to a series of mishaps that add a darkly comedic edge to the tension. During their attempts, the strain in their relationship becomes even more evident. As they face these challenges together, they start questioning each other's motives and commitment, revealing underlying issues in their marriage. This scene highlights both the absurdity and the intensity of their predicament, as they struggle with guilt, fear, and doubt, wondering if they'll ever truly escape this mess. In this emotional scene, Shilpa faces harsh rejection and ridicule from her neighbors, who are unaccepting of her transgender identity. Despite trying to keep a low profile, Shilpa becomes the target of cruel comments and stares, making her feel isolated in her own community. One incident escalates when a group of men confronts her, hurling insults and mocking her openly. Shilpa struggles to defend herself, caught between her need for dignity and the intense social stigma she faces. This confrontation marks a turning point for Shilpa, highlighting the courage she must muster to live as her true self and find strength amid the discrimination she endures. Arputam's faith is challenged by his wife, who finally voices her frustration. She confronts him about his extreme devotion to religion, accusing him of neglecting his family in the name of faith. She questions whether his miracle survival was truly divine or just chance, pointing out how his obsession has created a wedge between him and their son. Arputam, deeply shaken, is forced to reflect on his choices. For the first time, he begins to see how his intense beliefs have impacted his family, creating emotional distance and resentment. This moment of doubt marks a critical turning point for Arputam, setting him on a path to reevaluate his devotion and reconnect with his loved ones. As Vaembu and Mugil attempt to finally dispose of the body, they encounter a police officer who grows suspicious of their nervous behavior. Tension escalates as they try to act normal, hoping to avoid any questions. In a desperate bid to escape trouble, Vaembu and Mugil resort to bribing the officer, using all the money they have. The officer accepts the bribe but leaves them shaken, realizing just how far they've gone to keep their secret hidden. This encounter intensifies the stress between them, as they continue questioning the choices they've made, wondering if they'll ever escape this nightmare. The group of boys, who are still worried about the broken TV, finally manage to repair it after several failed attempts. But as they resume watching the adult film they started earlier, they're hit with a shocking surprise. One of the boys recognizes a familiar face in the film. It's his own mother. This revelation leaves the boys in utter shock and confusion. The boy who made the discovery feels a mix of embarrassment, anger, and disbelief, while the others react awkwardly, unsure how to handle the situation. This twist adds a layer of unexpected emotional weight to the story, showing the boys dealing with feelings they've never confronted before, as their innocent mischief turns into a moment of personal discovery. Shilpa spends time with her young son, Risukutty, who is curious about her but doesn't fully understand her transformation. Shilpa answers his innocent questions with warmth and patience, trying to connect with him despite the distance her absence created. Risukutty's innocent acceptance and unconditional love touch Shilpa deeply. He begins to see her as she is, his parent, regardless of her identity. This heartfelt moment is a turning point for Shilpa, as it brings her hope and a sense of belonging. Through her son's acceptance, Shilpa finds the courage to continue her journey, feeling the strength that comes from their bond. As the stories progress, the film reveals surprising connections between the characters' lives. Arputam, Vaembu, Mugil, Shilpa, and even the boys are linked in unexpected ways. These connections bring new perspectives to each of their struggles and decisions, as they start to affect one another's lives in ways they never imagined. This convergence of stories highlights the film's central theme, the interconnectedness of human lives. Each character, though facing their own unique battle, indirectly influences the others. This twist brings a deeper meaning to their individual journeys, showing how fate, coincidence, and human actions create ripples that connect everyone. In the final moments, each character reaches a point of resolution and personal growth. Arputam reflects on his faith, realizing that it shouldn't come at the cost of his family's happiness. He takes steps to reconnect with his wife and son, embracing a more balanced perspective. Vaembu and Mugil, despite the chaos and secrets that tested their marriage, find a way to rebuild trust and face their future together. Shilpa, empowered by her son's acceptance, stands stronger and more confident in her identity, ready to confront the world's judgment with resilience. The boys, though shaken by their discovery, learn valuable lessons about life, family, and the consequences of curiosity. Super Deluxe concludes with a powerful message on acceptance, forgiveness, and the strange yet profound ways in which lives intertwine. Each character emerges changed, having faced their struggles and found a path forward. Super Deluxe takes us on an unforgettable journey of human complexity, reminding us that life, with all its twists and turns, connects us all in ways we may never fully understand. Thanks for watching. If you like our work, please like, share and subscribe our channel.